Hello everybody, if you happen to stumble across this video, welcome. My name is Aiden, and I figured I'd take the time to give you guys a toolbox tour of, well, my toolboxes. So a little bit about me, I'm in the middle of switching jobs right now. This is actually all my stuff here at my house, and I just got hired at a Freightliner dealership as an apprentice, and I've been working in the field for about a little over a year and a half. So I figured, well, I've got all my stuff here at home, I'll give you guys a proper tour. So let's jump straight into it. Alright, so we'll start here with my main box. This is a Husky 61-inch 15-drawer mobile workbench that I got from Home Depot. As of making this video, it's on sale for $800. It normally runs $1,000, but thankfully the sale just happened to go on right now and it was perfect timing for me, so I ended up selling my old Husky box, which was a 63-inch flip-top 11-drawer, and I ended up getting this one for $800. And the reason why I went with this one is because it's actually kind of modular. If you guys don't know, you can add a hutch and a side locker on either on the left side or the right side. So that's what I plan on doing here in the future, is to build this box up, add a hutch, and add a side locker at least. So let's start over here. Over here is my creeper. This is a Daytona creeper from Harbor Freight. I love this creeper. It's affordable, and most importantly, it's actually really comfortable as well. Over here, this is some cupcake holders that I picked up at a thrift store. These are perfect for holding bolts and nuts and everything. Down here is my rigid impact driver and my hammer drill. I got this kit on Facebook Marketplace for $180 and it was brand new. Normally it's almost like $400, so I got lucky with that. Down here is my Husky mechanics kit. This was my very first toolkit that I ever bought. This is what I started working with, was just this kit right here. Over here, just a basic Icon 1/2-inch drive torque wrench, cheater pipe, my very first jumbo pry bar, which is a Pittsburgh 36-inch, soapy water, my rigid grease gun. This is my 5-foot-long Icon pry bar. I've only used it a handful of times, but when you need it, and this thing is awesome. Over here, this is my Pittsburgh 36-inch steel pipe wrench. For as much as this thing was only like $25. It works perfectly. I'm not going to spend a couple $100 on a rigid one when I don't use it that often. I'll start up here at the main drawer, which is all my sockets and wrenches. We'll start over here on the left. 3/8 drive, standard, deep and shallow. 1/2-inch drive, deep and shallow. All my standard wrenches, Allen heads, metric wrenches, 3/8 drive, and 1/2-inch drive, all deep and shallow. And if you guys are wondering what brand this is Tecton. And the nice thing about Tecton is that their kits have no skips whatsoever. So right over here, my metrics, I have, starts at a 6mm, and it goes all the way to 32mm with no skips whatsoever. And not only that, their warranty is super it's awesome. I can't explain it. If something breaks, you just send a picture of them saying, hey, I broke it. They'll send you a new tool, no questions asked. And also, they're pretty affordable. All this is all Tecton, and it was actually part of their Diesel Tech bundle kit, and that's what I ended up buying. So if you guys are looking for tools and you're just starting out, go with Tecton. Just a Pittsburgh 1/2-inch drive ratchet, a bunch of socket extensions, and then these are attachments for your sockets that turn with a little magnetic head on them. So you'll attach your socket onto here, and then it'll keep the bolt magnetized to it. We'll start over here on the left drawer. and work our way down. This is my files and panel removers. Basic Harbor Freight files, some Mac files, thread files from Snap-on, and these are Blue Point trim removers. Moving on down here, some jumbo snap ring pliers, internal and external. These are by Icon. Just a seal remover, some metal cutters, and a metal hammer. Down here, just kind of miscellaneous right now. Some extra pencils, wire tubing, circuit tester, backup multimeter, square, and a digital caliper, as well as a level and a stream light that I ended up getting for free at my old job. Moving on down here are all my batteries and chargers. This is temporary for now because like I said, I'm in the middle of starting a new job. So eventually when I do get the hutch and the side lockers, I plan on moving the chargers up on top, and then maybe the batteries will probably go in the hutch. But as for now, this is where they're going to stay. And that all actually fits pretty well in here. All 18 volt rigid, a couple 12 volt rigid batteries. Pretty much it. And down here in the trash drawer are all my, or some of my power tools. Handheld vacuum, one-handed sawzall, an angle grinder, and a circ saw. We'll move over here into the middle. So I will say this is the one thing that Husky tends to do that I don't like, is they add these super shallow drawers. I don't mind them when they're like these small drawers right here on the side, but when it's a big drawer, it's kind of hard to find what to fit in here. But thankfully, they just only did it with one drawer, and I managed to figure out what fits in here, and it works out perfectly. And that's all my big tools. So back here, we've got just a piece, like a rod of metal that I found at my old job. I turned it into a punch, or used it as a punch. 24-inch rigid pipe wrench, 18-inch rigid pipe wrench. These were my grandfather's. I believe he used them back in like the 60s or the 50s. I can't remember, but he passed them down to me, and they have been fantastic. This is a Pittsburgh 24-inch crescent wrench. I'm not going to use a big crescent wrench that often, so it makes sense to go with a Pittsburgh brand. Same thing with the 18-inch. Pittsburgh works perfect. Giant channel locks by Doyle. These things are, for the price that they're worth, super solid. Big old Husky flathead screwdriver. I actually use this for working on brakes. And that's this tool's sole purpose, is brakes. Backup half-inch breaker bar. Another pry bar. A heel bar. I use this mainly for wheel seals. And then I just picked this up a couple weeks ago. This is a extendable heel bar. Moving on down here. Kind of miscellaneous right now. This is a Cornwell SAE tap and die set. I don't use it as much as I used to, but I still hold on to it because it has some super small taps and dies that my other kits don't have. Klein Tools multimeter. Just some drill bits from Milwaukee. This is a cordless rotary tool from Bauer. This thing's actually been super helpful when I need it. This is an Icon inch-pound torque wrench in 3/8 drive. Icon 25-piece screw extractors kit. And this is the new Icon serpentine belt kit. Haven't had a chance to use this yet, but I've finally had to get one because I've had to do a bunch of serpentine belts, and I've had to borrow tools from other people. So I'm glad that Icon came out with one. Moving on down here, this is kind of like my radiator drawer. Got a bunch of hose picks from Icon, some more hose picks that I got from my old job. The tech didn't want them anymore, so he gave them to me for free. Some Blue Point hose pliers. And then this is a Snap-on pressure tester that runs on shop air. If you guys are looking for a pressure tester, get one that runs on Shop Air. It makes your life a hell of a lot easier. And then this is an adapter kit for this pressure tester. Down here for the big drawer, I've got some little ID tags. This is a attachment for my little handheld vacuum over here. Tap and die set in SAE. This one is metric. And then these are the Pittsburgh ones that run about like $90 at Harbor Freight. I've had no problems with these. These things are pretty solid for what they are. Down here, this is the Icon Long Jaw Master Puller Set. I haven't used it that often, but when I've had to use it, it's been pretty helpful. Funnels. Always need funnels. Knee pads. This is a Pittsburgh 3/4 inch drive SAE impact socket kit. I don't use 3/4 inch drive that much, so it makes sense. This kit works for me. And then these are just some little like heat sleeves for your arms. And then this kit I got on my old job. They don't even know where they got it from, so they just gave it to me. It's just a small puller from, I think, AutoZone or something like that. I haven't used it at all, but hey, it's a free tool. Over here, got my screwdrivers. These are all teched in. Phillips, flathead. These are all Torx. And I like that they've got these like high torque handles. It makes it a lot easier for twisting your fastener or your screw. Down here, I've got all attachments for like my air hammers, some cutoff wheels, Sawzall blades, a blade remover for your angle grinder, butane torch. That's pretty much it in this one. Down here, infamous junk drawer. Nothing too special about that. Down here is my pneumatic drawer. Got my 1/2 inch drive impact wrench, air hammer by Chief, and then a Chief needle scaler, and some burrs, a couple blowguns, and just a extra tire chuck. And down here, this is all just like temporary storage for now. Clipboard, welding helmet, nothing too special. It's just a place to keep stuff for now until I expand this toolbox. There's an overview of that again. And then we'll move over to my mobile cart. This is the Snap-on 32-inch roll cart. If you guys are in school, and if your school offers the Student Excellence Program from Snap-on, sign up for it, because that's how I got this cart. I bought it brand new at the time for $900. Unfortunately, they're not $900 anymore. I think now they're running $1,200, but it's a lot better than paying $2,000 for a brand new one. So definitely recommend it. Start up here at the lid, just some ear protection, a couple lights, a magnet, some test leads, and this is a aerosol can holder that I got from Harbor Freight. Little mini 1/4 inch drive Snap-on ratchet, flex head. And if you can see, normally you would put screwdrivers in here, but I took a drill bit and drilled it out so I have a place to hang this. Couple hooks, like I'll hang my keys right here. Normally this will sit on the back of this lid and I'll hang my jacket. Parts trays. Over here are all my pry bars. This is a Snap-on 8-inch pry bar. These are Tecton pry bars, along with this one as well. This is a 36-inch one. And these are Pittsburgh pry bars. These are my very first pry bars that I ever bought, but I still hold on to them. Over here, I've got my 3/8 impact sockets. This front row is all SAE. This back one is all metric, all Tecton. This is the Icon bit kit. If you guys are able to get this kit at all, get it. This kit is awesome. I absolutely love it. Down here, just got a tire pressure gauge, shorter tire chuck, just a regular 3/8 flex head. This is a inverter. This is my pocket knife. Over here I've got my rigid high torque impact wrench. This is the octane version. 3/8 impact wrench. My heat gun. Over here are all my ratchets and breaker bars. All the way in the back right here I've got my Pittsburgh 18-inch breaker bar. Again, for me at least, I'm not using 3/4 inch that often, so it doesn't make sense for me to go on those tool trucks and spend a lot of money on a 3/4 inch drive. But this Pittsburgh one, it works perfect. You can just throw it in the cheater bar and it'll do the job. And same thing goes with the ratchet. This is actually a Napa 3/4 inch drive. So you can see it's a Carlisle. Teardrop form, forward, reverse, forward, simple detent, and the head is removable as well. Same thing, it's like an 18-inch. If I need more torque, I'll just throw it in the cheater bar. I'm not going to spend a bunch of money on a tool truck brand with a long handle. A couple of breaker bars, 3/8, 1/2 inch. This is my Cornwell 1/2 inch drive, 2 foot long flex head ratchet. Some regular ratchets, 3/8, 1/2 inch down here. Moving over here to the side, I've got some brake caliper holders and just a long coat hanger, or just a coat hanger that I strained out. This is the Husky power tool holder. Normally the handle for this box is supposed to go down here where this is drilled in, or where this is screwed in, but I moved the handle up here, and normally this is where I keep my heat gun and my drill and impact driver. So normally they would sit in here. Moving over here, top drawer, metric 1/2 inch drive impact sockets with a foam tray. This foam tray I actually made myself. As you can see, I drilled out the holes for all my shallow and deep sockets. Some 3/4 inch drive extensions. This is where they sit for now until I eventually move this or upgrade this box. Down here, this is my 1/2 inch drive SAE drawer, shallow and deep. This is my 3/8 drive flex head ratchet from Snap-on. Absolutely love this thing. Up here I've got a bunch of adapters. These are all Pittsburgh adapters. They work pretty well. And of course all my extensions, 1/2 inch, 3/8, some wobble extensions, and some universal attachments. Moving on down here, these are all my pliers for the most part. Got some picks right here, some Icon 3-position pliers, flush cutters, mini pair dikes. These are Icon hose pliers, regular pair of dikes, Icon scraper. This is a channel lock oil filter wrench, wire stripper, wire crimper, bunch of different crescent wrench sizes. This is my heat gun, or not my heat gun, my temperature gun. Normally it sits up here on top, but like I said, since I'm switching jobs right now, it just sits in here for now. And these are the Doyle adjustable channel locks. They're supposed to act like a pair of nip pecks. These things are actually fairly solid. And then over here are all my Tecton pliers and some vice grips. This all came in the Diesel Tech bundle from Tecton. They've been super well. No complaints at all. Moving on down here, I've got a rubber mallet, an Icon 48-ounce dead blow, Tecton 2-pound sledge, and a simple Pittsburgh ball peen hammer. These are my brake tools for working on air brakes, for adjusting the brakes. There's that. I picked these up at Summit Racing for like 40 bucks, 50 bucks around there. This is a caliper press. So if you're in automotive, it's to push those pistons back inside the caliper. Tape measure, earthquake 1/2-inch drive, stubby impact wrench. I don't use this as often as I used to, but when I do need it, it comes in clutch. Cornwell straight die grinder, a Chief 90-degree die grinder. These are attachments for my heat gun. Smaller grinding wheel for my die grinder. These are snap-on punches and chisels that I got from their student discount website. Some brass punches, giant brass punch, and a little center punch. And then this is a Matco 3-prong like oil filter tool that you put on the bottom of the oil filter. You'll attach a ratchet to it, and then as you spin it, it closes it and it turns the oil filter to loosen it. This thing is super helpful. Down here are my ratcheting wrenches from Gear Wrench. I picked up these ratcheting wrenches from Tractor Supply for like $60, $70 around there. And these tray holders are actually Icon tray holders. So it's a funny story. I went to Harbor Freight one time just to go look around, and I was looking at one of their toolboxes there, and someone shoved these tray holders in there, but they took the wrenches. So someone stole the wrenches but left the tray holders behind. And I asked the store if I could keep them, and they said yes. So I've got free wrench holders. Over here is just a Makita bit set, my rigid 12-volt drill, and then my rigid 3/8 drive ratchet. I love this thing. I have no complaints about it. And down here at the bottom are more of my big tools. Gloves, lever gloves, welding gloves, standard gloves. Like, too many damn gloves. Over here, just got a simple headlamp, safety goggles, just some regular straps. Over here, this is my Blue Point bit set that features Allens, Hex, Torx, E-Torx. This thing is awesome. Again, I got this on the student discount website. Highly recommend this kit. If you guys are looking for a good set of bits for like Torx, E-Torx, and all that, go with this one. Down here is my Tecton 1/4-inch drive kit. These are my Icon snap ring pliers. This is actually the 12-piece retaining ring plier set, so it's the kit that actually you can switch from internal to external. I love this kit, guys. This thing is awesome. And the cherry on top for me, they're USA made. So if you guys are looking for some good snap ring pliers, pick this kit up. Down here, Tecton 3/8 drive torque wrench, Tecton 1/2-inch drive torque wrench, and these are the split beam torque wrenches. So they've been super helpful, and they're just a lot easier to set your torque value on them. All right, guys, that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a good one.